Many. More than. The most. Few. Fewer than. The fewest. Much. More than. The most. Little. Less than. The least. Repeat. Exception. Исключение. Quantity. Количество. Singular. Единственное число. Many and much have the same meaning, but we use many for things we can count, whereas we use much for things we can't count. For example, we can count books, chairs, etc. We say 1 chair, 2 chairs, 3 chairs, 4 houses, etc. Generally, the things we can count have s in plural. Chairs, walls, books, doors, etc. People is an exception, исключение is exception. It has no s, but it's plural. We say there are many people in a large city. We use much for things we can't count. For example, we can't count sugar, water, wine, etc. We can't say 1 water, 2 waters. These things are in a singular quantity and they have no s. Money is not an exception. Of course, we can count money, but we can't say 1 money, 2 monies. We say $1, $2, 3 rubles, 7 pounds, etc. So, we say there is much money in my pocket, for example. What's the difference between many and much? What's the difference between many and much? The difference
between many and much is that we use many
for things
we can count,
whereas
we use much for things we can't count.
Give me a sentence with many in it. There are many.
There are many
people.
There are many people in this city.
Right. Give me a sentence with much in it. I do not put much sugar.
Very much water in a sea.
Okay, yes. Few and little also have the same meaning, but we use few for things we can't count and little for things we can't count. What's the difference between few and little? The difference
between many,
few and
little
is that
we use little.
We use few for things
we can't
count, whereas we use little for things we can't count. Give me a sentence with few in it. There are few.
There are few sugar in my tea.
No, sugar. We can count few books on them.
A few books in my pocket.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a sentence with little in it. I drink little.
I drink little water.
Are there many pictures on these walls?
No, there aren't many pictures on these walls.
There are
a few.
There are few pictures on these walls. Are there few people in a large city?
No.
There aren't
a few people in a large city. There are many people in a large city.
So repeat: salt, pepper, перец. Repeat: a lot of, много. We can use much in questions and negative sentences, but in positive sentences we generally use a lot of instead of much. For example, question: do you drink much water? Question negative: I do not drink much water, but in positive I drink a lot of water. So much for questions and negative, and a lot of is for positive sentences. Do you drink much water? Yes, I drink a lot of water, right? Do you drink little water? No,
I don't drink little water.
I drink
a lot of
water.
Mhm.
Do you eat little bread? Do you eat little bread? Say no. No.
No,
I don't
I don't
eat
eat
little bread. I eat
a lot of bread.
bread. Do you eat much salt? Do you eat much salt?
No, I don't eat much salt. I eat a little salt.
Do you put much pepper on your plate? Do you put much pepper on your plate?
No, I don't put much pepper
On
on my plate.
I put
I put a little pepper on my plate.
Repeat. Fewer than.
Fewer
than.
Меньше чем. Less than.
Less than.
Меньше чем. The difference between fewer than and less than is that we use fewer than for things we can't count and less than for things we can't count. What's the difference between fewer than and less than? The difference?
The difference between
The difference
between the few than
between
and
fewer than
fewer
than and
less
less.
than is that we use fewer than for
For
things can count.
we can
count.
whereas
We
not
use
whereas we use
less
then
than
for
for things we
can't
count.
give me a sentence with fewer than in it. There are fewer.
There are fewer pictures
in
in
this room than
chairs.
chairs. Give me a sentence with less than in it. I eat less. I eat less.
I eat
Less food than my
my
mother, father, brother, sister, who?
sister.
Than my sister. Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? No. There
aren't
more
more people in Europe than Asia.
In Asia.
And Asia.
In Asia.
In Asia.
There are fewer
people in Europe than in Asia.
Do you drink more milk than water? Do you drink more milk than water?
No, I don't drink
more
milk than water. I drink more water.
I drink
drink fewer. I drink less milk than water.
Have you got more money than the Bank of England? Have you got more money than the Bank of England?
No, I have not more money than Bank of England. I've got less money than
The Bank
the Bank of England.